Will I be the asshole for asking my future brother-in-law and his wife to return any expensive gift I gave them after they limit contact with me? There's an initial verdict of not the asshole, but we'll see. We have our own thoughts, okay? Okay, I, 35 female, have been with my partner Jamie, 33 male, for over 6 years, and we are getting married this fall. For most of our relationship, I've had a close bond with his brother, Matt, so brother-in-law to be, 37 male, and Matt's wife, Claire, which is 39. We've shared holidays, dinners, hangouts, and I've always done what I could to support them, especially during hard times. About 2 months ago, I bought a new car and offered them my old car. It's 6.5k bucks. It was still in good working condition and they accepted it. So I fully transferred it over to them. It was a genuine gift from a place of love and support, and I was happy to help because they relied 100% on public transportation. Over the past years, I also gave small things like household items, groceries, things for their kid, all meant kindly, never with any expectation. But now things have shifted. Claire recently initiated a conversation where she said the gifts and emotional support I offered had felt too much, overwhelming, etc. And even went as far as saying she felt I was using them to fulfill my own emotional needs. That's rude. That's a bit rude, isn't it? She said she no longer feels comfortable around me and wants to limit contact. In example, don't text them unless they text first and slow down. This completely blindsided me. I was never given any indication before that she felt this way. One example Claire brought up really confused me. They have a shy cat called Shadow, who hides whenever we visit. We've never seen her in person, and it became a running joke between me and Jamie that she might not actually exist. A reference to the M&M Christmas commercial. He does exist. Claire said she found that joke offensive, like we were mocking a traumatized animal. That felt like a major overreaction to something lighthearted and affectionate. Now, here's the part that's really been weighing on me. Claire and Matt have made it clear they don't want any more gifts or support and that our relationship needs distance. Gifts for their kids are okay. And they're still happy to keep the car I gave them, something that came from a time when our relationship was close, warm, and mutual. To be clear, I haven't asked for the car back, but I've been thinking about sending a message, not demanding anything, but pointing out the emotional disconnect. That they've rejected ongoing support, suggested past support was not genuine, yet have no issue keeping such a significant gift, which is the car. I want to ask them to reflect on what that means. Jamie is supportive of whatever decision I make, but he's worried this might further rupture things with his family. His mom also relies on Matt and Claire for transportation to our wedding, and is concerned that asking for the car back or even just bringing it up might make that more complicated. So will I be the asshole for wanting to ask them to reflect on this, or even possibly asking for the car back? Claire seems problematic if OP is legit, but revoking the car seems like a disruption to other people. Revoking the car kinda negates the part where she said that all meant kindly, never with any expectation. You know what I mean? Sounds weird she's obsessed with them reflecting on the gifts or even considered taking back their soul transportation. Reflection request seems fine though. It seemed, I don't know, guy. I mean, my patty self really want her to go message them and be like, okay, it's time to reflect, people. Or maybe, like, at least, like, really explain the source of the disconnect. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she did something wrong. Maybe she said something wrong. That is worth communicating, isn't it? Especially if they're super close based on the story, right? But if it's just like, hey, I think you gotta reflect, like, gotta look at yourself in a mirror, something like that, it's a bit, you know what I mean? And yeah, the no expectations goes out the window. That's 100% an expectation. I know, right? I wonder why Claire suddenly, like, I don't know, based on my own experience, limited 27 years worth of experience, I don't think Claire is doing this out of nowhere. So maybe there's something, is it because of the cat? Oh, the example Claire brought up a little confused me. So she feels the thing that Claire feels salty about is that she doesn't find the joke about Shadow not existing offensive. That's why she feels like, I'd rather not accept your kindness anymore if you're gonna like talk shit about my cat. Is what Claire is coming from based on OP's knowledge, I think. Right? No way that was their only reason, right? But that's one of the reason they gave. That means like it's either OP must force the somehow like to make the talk really happen, but that means OP needs to be strong enough to not be in denial. Like, let's say if something really happened, maybe OP or the husband said something that Claire really is salty about, they should not make excuses. I feel like Claire is choosing the most mild yet seemingly acceptable excuse to, that means she's not ready to talk about the actual reason why she feels like the gifts are too much. I mean, it's all moot. You give gifts and that shit's over. No take backs or you're an a-hole. Right? Like the fact that I don't wanna have expectation and then like after that she be like, I got expectation. It's a bit, But then the Claire and Matt part is also funny. I don't want any more gifts from you. But then gifts for their kids are okay. But I kind of get it. Like maybe they just don't want OP to have. Maybe OP is someone who says offensive things without her realizing it, for instance. And then because OP are kind to them in terms of gifts and support, they feel a bit. I don't know if it's a thing in American thing, but in Asia we have this culture where we feel bad, so maybe they wanna work, like they wanna kind of stop the support so they are more in an equal standing. So if OP does shit, it's easier for them to call her out. I mean, humans are not black and white, no. So like just because they are OP is always helpful doesn't mean OP is fully white, fully a saint. I shouldn't use color; it sounds racist. Fully like good, you know what I mean? And like sometimes it's true that it's hard to bring up bad things without sounding like you're not appreciating the good things. And maybe that's why they're trying to stop the gifting part for that, is what I'm guessing. Maybe from the clear part, it's like that, like they feel bad. Because, there's this gray area where someone might say shit that makes you feel like, maybe they're an asshole. Or maybe they do things, but at the same time, they're also supportive to you. So you kind of feel confused a little. Maybe that's why she's putting that boundary so she can clear her head, is what I'm thinking. I mean, it's not the best move, obviously, but sometimes not everyone is easy to talk to, so maybe they feel bad about getting that much financial assistance. But why though? Out of nowhere, right, Grai? That's why I'm thinking, I bet there is something that Claire cannot mention, but OP did that offended her more than that cat problem. Like the cat problem is just the surface of everything, you know what I mean? Either way, it's better for her to give Claire some space, not gonna lie.